So, a quote by John Williams, the composer of Star Wars, he said, "There are other films that may have only 15 minutes of music, yet those 15 minutes are essential to the emotional connection between the audience and the story." So, do you ever wonder, why a moment is so impactful in a movie? Why, when they're showing a scene, are you crying? Not just because of the situation, but because the music is influencing you, and it just makes the moment even more interesting and even more captivating. What about commercials? They use music as well. Why do you go about your day sometimes humming jingles, commercial jingles at random moments in time? This is because a study was done by Yading Song, Simon Dixon, Marcus Geer, and Andrew Halpern. And basically the study is they studied the difference between perceived and induced emotion. They took selection from popular Western music with tags that had either happy, sad, angry, and relaxed. And they had people listen to these music, and they decided which one of those tags they belonged in. And the study basically found that regardless of emotion model, music evokes emotion similar to the emotional quality perceived in the music. And in fact, this is true, and you see this in a lot of movies and everything, especially like Star Wars, where I want to show you right here is John Williams was interviewed by Juliet Simon, and she asked him, "In your words, what dimension does music add to film?" And he answered, "I think the contribution of music to film is something that is immeasurable, and we really can't qualify that. Music and film are sister arts that live together and depend on each other." Then he goes on to talk about in their interview about how the music in Star Wars was very important to the motion of the film, and that Star Wars, the 2-hour film, most of it was actually music, and if you didn't know that, now you do. But music isn't just there for the emotion. It's also there to influence us through memory. Music is a great way for remembering things. And in fact, through a study Rachel Settle, it was said in this study that the emotion viewers feel while watching commercial directly relates to how effectively they remember the product. And this is one of the main reasons why there is a jingle for commercials. Do you guys know, "We are farmers, bum ba dum bum 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 bum," or "ba da ba ba ba, I'm loving it," and things like that. So we have those kind of jingles, and they get stuck on our head, and we think about those, and it impacts commercials even more, making us think about the product. And this really helps with the entertainment industry through the commercials and how they entertain us, but also how us thinking about their product and wanting more of it, and thinking about the product and wanting to buy it. In another study from Characterization of Music Evoked Autobiographical Memories, on average, 30% of the song presentations evoked autobiographical memories, and the majority of songs also evoked various emotions, primarily positive, that felt strongly. So this is a study where they actually had people listen. They had some people and they listened to music, and they asked them if they remembered something from the music and everything, and went back, and they said it took them back to a time in their life and when they felt a similar emotion that the music gave them. And so I just want to leave you today with knowing that music has a bigger part in the entertainment industry than we think. You see, it's in movies where we think of a song and we remember a moment from a movie that we saw. And it's in the commercials when we listen to the jingles that are stuck in our head all day, and we think about them, and it makes us want to buy their products. And this is the things it does.